Hi everyone, it's Jessica here and welcome back to another episode of Tweedle Lore. This one is going to be a little bit different. It's still a part of my world, but it's also something that's a little bit separate from my usual content. It's a chance for us to step away from the usual fantasy storytelling for a moment and explore something a bit more personal and fun. And it also gives me a bit of space to work on other content in the background as well. So today, I'm doing a top 10 favourite Power Ranger characters video. And just a little reminder that these are characters from seasons I've watched because I've not seen every season. So this is my personal list. And if you enjoy videos like this or want to see more casual episodes like it alongside Tweedle Lore, let me know in the comments, whether it be like top 10 female rangers, top 10 male rangers, or top seasons. So that being said, let's begin. Okay, so for number 10, we have Deca. He is from Power Rangers Samurai, and his actor is actually the same actor that played Cole, the Red Ranger from Wild Force. He actually stands out to me as a really like a tragic anti-hero type character. He's not really on the side of evil, and he's not really on the side of the Rangers. However, when he came in, he felt like a real threat whenever he appeared, and his presence always carried weight. Like the one shot in the intro of the show, like the theme tune, of just him, like the aura. I'm not someone who believes in aura, but he has this aura of villain, like scary, and it's just, I have to commend the actor. He was very good when acting out Deca, and the thing is, you don't really see that in Cole. But yeah, and he's just one of those characters whose introduction immediately tells you he is dangerous, and that's something that will always stick with me, which is wild, because you know, he barely, like, I don't really remember much of the plot. I just know something to do with his love, and eventually he chose the Red Ranger to be his one person that he has to fight with, and either he kills them or they kill him. But it was good. Okay, so in 9th place we have Kat from SPD. So Kat isn't really a ranger. She is a support character. She is within the base of the SPD base, basically. She is one of the doctors, the scientists, that kind of doctor, and I just love her. I think I was biased to her from the get-go because she's a cat, but human, and she's super smart, and she was a pretty girl, which is what I like. And for the one episode where she was a ranger, it was really, really cool to see her be that ranger. Like, she was good. I was like, go on, girl. And then it was just a one ranger time thing, and it's like, how dare you do this to me? And one thing I also remember is that she had this really weird dynamic with Doggy Kruger. Like, someone tell me, did the writers of the American show initially want her to get with Doggy Kruger and then realise that his wife was still alive in the finale? Oh dear, spoilers. And then be like, oh, we have to forget about it, because there are moments and I'm like, you two have to be doing something. We never really developed. And the thing is as well, she was one of the people that would, other than Jack, the Red Ranger, who would consistently step up to him and talk back, which he needed. But she just feels like someone who quietly keeps everything running, you know, behind the scenes, and she doesn't get talked about a lot. So okay, and in 8th place we have Taylor from Wild Force. So Taylor was the Yellow Ranger in Wild Force, and what's very cool is she was the leader of the team before Cole became the Red Ranger, and in a way after he joined the team she became like this co-lead in a way. Like, she was still strong, and she feels like, on top of that, a blueprint for my number one in a way, where they started bringing in those stronger females that would actually, you know, they were serious enough, they were mature enough in a way to be able to just lead a team or just be on their own. Because I know she was also around the same time as Jen. No, Jen is not on my list. But the strong, grounded leadership she gave, and the fact that she naturally stepped into that leadership role, even though she, like, yes, she was the first person to become a ranger in that team, but it was a natural thing she stepped into. And I love as well how much she genuinely cares for her team, and even when she tries to stay composed, and there are moments where you can really see how much responsibility she carries within the team. For me, my favourite memory and example of this is the episode where Cole finds out what happens to his birth parents and who the identity of Master Org is, and, you know, he's there getting his butt beat by Master Org because he's, like, lost all the will and everything because he's been betrayed, and Taylor is there with the other rangers. They're like being tied up by some weird alien plan thing, and yeah, they're all like screaming for him. I can really feel, especially with Taylor, Alyssa did it too, but I can really feel with Taylor, like, the care that she feels. Like, she wanted him to get up and fight, but she also wanted to get out there and fight herself. Like, she was the acting from the actress. Okay, so number 7 is Andros from Power Rangers in Space. So I will get this out of the way now. I have never seen Power Rangers in Space, and I've seen some very not positive opinions on Andros from those that have seen the series, but I've not seen it, so I can't say anything. But I saw him in, there was a 10 Red Ranger, like, special in Wild Force, and I think it was called, like, Once a Ranger or something, Always a Ranger, and Andros was in it, and from the second I saw Andros, I was like, ah. I will say he definitely has pretty privilege, but how can I, like, this with the Rangers, I've never really seen properly in action. I only saw snippets of him in the episode, and the man has not left my brain. I do know that he gets in a relationship with Yellow Ranger Ashley, though. But, you know, even from that line, like, he genuinely has stuck with me. And there's something about his presence that just feels iconic and just instantly recognisable. One thing I do love, I love his hair. I mean, the highlights look a bit weird, but how they style it, it works so well. And for me, he's genuinely one of those characters that you remember straight away. Okay, so this is going to be a wild one, and I don't think any of you were expecting it. Number 6 is Charlie, and you're probably thinking, who on earth is Charlie? Well, Charlie is the A Squad Red Ranger from SPD. Charlie is actually one of the biggest twists I've ever seen in Power Rangers. And one of the many twist that was with them as a team was that she was a female Red Ranger. I think she was the first female Red Ranger. I could be wrong though, so if I'm wrong, tell me. But I think she was. But she's strong, she's strategic, and completely unexpected when you see what she can do. And even in the episode where they come back and they fight the B Squad, you can actually see how skilled she is, how hard she has trained. Because you see, like, in the fighting, I can even see in the choreography, like, what she does compared to the others. I feel like it shows her strength a lot more. It shows the training and her character so well, because you don't really get to meet the other 4 members of her team, but you really get to see that within her choreography and everything. And you can see, like, she's genuinely just better than the other 4 as well, which is probably why she's leader. But she left a lasting impression on me because she felt different from a lot of the other characters within the franchise, and Power Rangers in general, you don't really see that. And she still is one person I remember very clearly. And number 5 is Camille from Jungle Fury. So Camille has the spirit of the chameleon, and I love her. She's actually one of my favourite redemption-style characters. So she starts as a servant, very emotionally dependent on Daishi and trying to earn his approval and validation. But over the time in the course of the show, you will see that she becomes her own person. She starts to think even for herself, and she starts to realise the toxicity within the relationship that she has with Daishi. And genuinely, that learning to just think for herself and choose her own path, I actually think it probably, from what I remember, it had a little bit of a say in how it affected the final battle. And that's what makes it, like, so interesting to me, because she steps away because she realised, I look at her and I see that she wanted to feel cared, loved. Love not as in romantic. She just wanted to feel love, whether it be familial, friendship, or romantic. That's what she wanted. And the minute she stepped away, and the minute she started thinking for herself and doing what she felt was right, that's when she found it in Jared. And to see at the end as well, like, it's ambiguous whether or not they were dating or not. But even if they weren't, it doesn't change anything, because she got that friendship love she's getting a friendship love there. Yeah. And now number 4, it's another Jungle Fury one, and I will be giving RJ the spot. Yes, RJ for me is one of the most memorable mentors within Power Rangers as a whole. He's funny, but genuinely wise, and I like that he's not a strict... Oh my gosh, I like that he's not a strict traditional mentor in the sense that we would think. So I think you've got the one from the beginning of the series. He was in the orange outfit. I want to say his name is something, but I feel like I'm gonna butcher it and get it massively wrong, so I won't. But then you've also got, like, Guinea Pig Boy from Ninja Storm. I don't know why the names are rushing from my head, but you've got him. And you've got, obviously, Big Head. Why do I want to call him Zardon? Zardon? Oh, anyway, from Mighty Morphin him, like, they're all kind of strict with him. But this boy, RJ, is fun, and you don't really get that. And he teaches through experience, and even if that means, like, the team make mistakes or doing dumb things, and that stool analogy sticks with me to this day. If you know what I'm on about, you are a legend. Okay, we've made it officially to our top 3, and I will say that 2 and 3, I spent ages figuring out who was going to go where, but I believe I've got it to a place where it makes sense, so in my brain it works for me, so let's do it. Number 3 is Connor McKnight from Dino Thunder. I know a lot of people are not very happy with him as a Red Ranger, like, they believe there are other Red Rangers that are better, but I could be biased because Dino Thunder was the first series I watched, but he is my favourite Red Ranger of all time. Like, I love as well, he starts off super confident, he's flirty, quite careless, and I wouldn't be surprised if he was a chronic cheater. Like, he'd flirt with one girl, then go flirt with another, like, come on now. And then over the time of the series, he matures, he becomes more grounded, because he learns what's important. Like, he gave up amazing opportunities within a football career for his team, and to protect the other, he gave all that up. But then, you see as well the beginning of him feeling the urge to want to work with kids with the football camps and everything, and then we don't actually find this out until the SVD crossover special, that there are apparently Connor McKnight soccer camps all across America, and they're one of the best things for kids. Like, they're so popular, and he did such a good job, and he's helped so many people, and you really see that growth, like, to start out being so carefree, and then growing into being not so carefree, but more mature, more grounded, and even finding a woman that he wanted to actually be serious with and stay with. Okay, number 2, Merrick / Zenaku from Wild Force. This guy, or these 2 guys, are some of the most iconic characters in Power Rangers for me. Everything about them stands out, from the design, to the pan flute, to his presence in battle, and also that little, like, he does, like, a pool table move. Like, come on now. No one else got that special treatment. Like, and he's not a simple villain or a hero. Like, he started as a villain. And then when he turned into Merrick again, he was Merrick, he was a hero. However, that didn't get rid of Zenaku. We actually see in the final episode that Merrick goes off to find himself, and Zenaku is still there. And even when Zenaku was the one in control, you see an episode where he helps Alyssa, the White Ranger, out when he wasn't, even on their side. He was literally probably fighting them 5 minutes ago. And he didn't even join the side of Master Org, really. He didn't seem to care. He was on his own path. And I love that. The whole duality thing, I think it's such a fun concept. which you can probably tell from how I run this account. But yeah, there is always some depth behind Zenaku and Merrick. And, you know, like, the last thing I'm gonna remember right now is the fact that he literally could have been up on, you know, the Animarian with Princess Shayla, the one Merrick had, like, a relationship with. He could be up there, but they didn't, because duty, even though the Earth was safe, duty demanded that they did not stay that way. Right, just before number 1, I'm gonna give you some honourable mentions. So, for me, Princess Shayla, I love her song at the beginning, like, I love her song, she's amazing. She can fight as well, like, girl, like, why did you not fight more? To Tori from... she's the Blue Ranger from Ninja Storm. I love her, but not as much as the people on this list. Same with Cam from the same series. He is one of the smartest and one of the most talented fighters on that team, which is wild. But, you know, we do what we do. Next, Haley from Dino Thunder. She wasn't a ranger, but she helped as a mentor on the team. Like, she did a lot of the sciencey stuff and worked with Dr. O, or Tommy, Oliver, and I love her. We all love her. You're lying if you say you don't. We also have Jack from SPD. He honestly is one of the most amazing Red Rangers. In fact, he never wanted to be a Red Ranger. He was a Red Ranger out of duty. He knew when he was wrong, especially near the end, obviously. And he would step up for that. And he knew he didn't want to be a Power Ranger. He did it to get out of jail. Then as soon as he left, he technically left and did the same thing he did at the beginning, which got him arrested. The only difference was he was working with an actual organisation where he helped the poor, he helped the homeless, he got them clothing. You know, that is something you don't really see in Power Rangers or other characters, really. Another one, you've got Chip from Mystic Force. I just like that we were given a male Yellow Ranger. The other male Yellow Ranger that I can think of is the A Squad in SPD, and the difference between these two is Chip is a nerd, and he's silly, and he's goofy, and we love him for that. I need more goofy people like him. And another one is Will from Operation Overdrive, just for that one episode where he pretended to be evil, and we all believed he was evil. And finally, Gia from Megaforce, like, genuinely, girl, they tried to make another Kira in Gia. Obviously they failed, but Gia was still good. It's time for my number 1, and that's Kira Ford from Power Rangers. What I love about Kira is that she was confident, she was funny, she was sassy and massively capable. I mean, to be honest, I genuinely feel like Taylor walked so Kira could run. Well, Taylor and Jen walked so Kira could run. And I love this, like, she has this really beautiful dynamic with Tommy Oliver / Dr. O in a lovely little mentor-student relationship. Like, we find out quite a lot of things in conversations between the two. Like, the fact that she stayed behind in the base to help him clear out the base and everything while the others were doing things. She took time out of her life and her schedule to help him. And that's something you don't actually really get to see with the Rangers and their mentor. And to be honest, she holds herself within a team of men and boy, because Connor was a boy at the beginning. And she does that so well. And that's just because of who she is at the beginning. Like, she's also a musician, like, go on girl. Probably why I wanted to do music in the first place as a kid. And what I found very interesting is her arc is genuinely the opposite of Connor's. Like, hers is, she starts off more guarded, more closed off, and she actually had to learn to be more carefree, loosen up a bit more, have a bit more fun, you know? Whereas Connor had to do the opposite. He had to, you know, become more serious, instead of being so casual. And speaking of Connor, this girl shut Connor down the second he flirted with her. He called her babe, you know, right at the beginning, and she was like, don't call me babe. He was like, did he just call me babe? Ew, you know, like, how she responded. She did not let him get away with it. And I think that really helped Connor in a journey of, like, because he did make some comments that were, like, a little bit misogynistic, a little bit. So it's the fact that you don't see that in Connor at the end, but it's because this girl was like, nah, she shut it down. And she's just a complete character from start to finish, and I'm never just gonna, like, I will not shut up about Kira Ford. I love her. And I just don't think no Ranger has ever beaten Kira thus far. And I'm saying it now. So that is my top 10 favourite Power Ranger characters from the seasons that I have watched. And in space, some are heroes, some of them are villains, and some are somewhere in between. But all of these characters have left a lasting impression on me. Like I said at the beginning, this video obviously was a little different from my usual content, and it was very intentional. It's just a chance for me to step away from the main fantasy storytelling for a little bit and give myself time to work on other things behind the scenes with the Lane Tweedle and Aurelia. But if you did enjoy this video or you would like to see more casual content like this, let me know, because I can do it. But thank you guys for watching, and one of us in the Threefold Harmony will see you in a video soon.